Dear devotees and friends, my Dandavat Pranam, my obeisances to all of the devotees. This is me, Bhaktiranjan Madhusudan, formerly Mahananda Das Bhaktiranjan, and I am a servitor of Srila Guru Maharaj, of Srila Gurudev, and a servitor of all the devotees. In fact, my life service has been bringing devotees to the lotus feet of Guru Maharaj and Gurudev. I'm a disciple of Srila Shri Maharaj. I'm a full sold-out servitor to Srila Govinda Maharaj, and we are here to give support and nourishment to all who are representing them, all who are coming in the disciplic succession, coming to have faith in their lotus feet through the next generations of Vaishnavas, or who have had the fortune to come directly at the time to Guru Maharaj and to Gurudev. We've been engaged in the correspondence, we've been engaged in so many activities in relation to Guru Maharaj earlier, and then Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj, since before the time of Srila Guru Maharaj's disappearance all the way through, and his disappearance, pastimes, etc. too. So we've seen so many things in our life. We're coming here today in order to wish you a successful 2022. We've been with many devotees and sharing good wishes for 2022 with them, and I've been asked to say a few words and recommended that we can put on the Math website a few words just so that the devotees can understand and get a little reconfirmation of what is Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math. And Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math is the temple founded by Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Shri Ram Maharaj in 1942, 1941, and developed by his intimate servitor ever since 1949, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. Srila Govinda Maharaj, his only duty, his only thought was to give glorification to Guru Maharaj, to point out Srila Sridhar Maharaj's glories, his teachings, his advices to us all. And indeed, we first came to Guru Maharaj way back in 1982, when there were many difficulties within the society that we were in at that time. And the appointed leaders and so many of the leading devotees at that time, the gurus, etc., there were so many difficulties about how to accommodate their behavior, a behavior apparently very unlike what a guru should be, etc. And so many things were taking place at that time. But by good fortune, we got to hear of Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, how he considered Srila Guru Maharaj to be his Siksha Guru, what to speak of the benefit that the devotees can get from his association. So fortunately, we came to Srila Guru Maharaj. Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he was more than a panacea. He basically gave the clear understanding of how the devotees or the newcomers, the disciple section, should see the acharyas, the gurus, what is the way to see a guru as the inspired side as opposed to the personality which may be there, because in this world, then everyone's got some personality. And as Gurudev pointed out too about all of the next generation of leaders, he pointed out that now it's going to be in the hands of the devotees who are coming really from the fallen world, if you like. And Gurudev said so many things, not to break our faith in them. Rather, we kept certainly our faith that they can give connection and lead and guide and continue the parampara. But Gurudev also, by mentioning so many things about each of the next generation, then Gurudev, he also guarding us against fanaticism and imagination of all kinds of, imaginary things coming from Goloka Vrindavan to this world, etc. Gurudev had seen so many things take place, not only in our time period of after Srila Prabhupada's disappearance, but also the disappearance of one by one Srila Guru Maharaj's godbrothers. Guru Maharaj had seen what had taken place there. And Guru Maharaj gave us good counsel, of course good counsel, but very sober understanding of how to proceed in devotional life. Gurudev has seen everything that Guru Maharaj has seen, plus the whole of the next chapter after Guru Maharaj's disappearance. Then Srila Gurudev giving harmony to the hearts of the devotees from our mission, from other missions, wherever the sincere heart is coming to make inquiry, coming to take some shelter, take some guidance. And in this way, Guru Maharaj began what he called relief work. And in our time when we came, Guru Maharaj is saying that he does not want us to go fishing in somebody else's pond. In other words, we are not to go to try to break any mission or anything, but rather where there is necessity of relief work, then we shall engage there. So relief work has been very much the prominent aspect of the mission from the early days. And then as our family has gone through also many challenges and difficulties along the way, we have that experience from taking the shelter of Guru Maharaj, taking the shelter of Srila Gurudev, keeping that shelter of Srila Gurudev. And in this way, actually, the family of Chaitanya SCSMath has got like very broad and mature, safe guidance all the way through till 2010, when Srila Gurudev disappeared. And when Srila Gurudev disappeared, when he passed away, then now we need to be able to keep all of those teachings with us and be able to continue happily. Not that we will just fall into the same mistakes which have been made previously and which were corrected by Guru Maharaj and corrected by Gurudev, but we will learn from that and proceed. And certainly, we have some idea of what Gurudev wants, what are his wishes, what makes him happy. We lived with him, served him closely for many years. And in this way, we have some idea. And Srila Gurudev certainly wants that the devotees will keep their focus to Guru Maharaj. Srila Govinda Maharaj, he's always preaching about Guru Maharaj. He himself said that Sri Chaitanya SCSMath is a divine memorial to Srila Guru Maharaj. So this way, Gurudev, Govinda Maharaj's preaching all over the world was highlighting Guru Maharaj. And he is expecting that we do the same thing. That means all of the devotees do the same thing. This is his mission, to promote Guru Maharaj's glories. And Gurudev had such view of Guru Maharaj. He said, now people do not give him particular attention generally, but he said in course of time, Srila Guru Maharaj will be recognized by those who understand. He'll be recognized as one of the great contributors of our Sampradaya. So Gurudev, always chanting the glories of Guru Maharaj, he will want that we all keep Guru Maharaj and himself as that pure example of the devotee that's been molded by Guru Maharaj from 1949 all the way through his lifetime. From a teenager, he's molded by Guru Maharaj in the loving, sweet devotional service. So the family that Guru Maharaj gave us was Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's family. That is the line of the Rupa Nuga Sampradaya. Guru Maharaj always using the word, constantly using the words of home, comfort, all of this idea of the sweetness, the love, affection, Krishna Prema, beautiful things transmitted by Guru Maharaj, beautiful things transmitted by Gurudev. And really, in Chaitanya SCSMath, they showed us what a beautiful, sweet, loving family there is in devotional service when everyone's got one focus. And in front of Gurudev, in front of Guru Maharaj, when we're seated, everyone is equal. We're all coming to hear, to serve, to relish hearing from the pure devotees. And as far as possible, we must try to maintain and keep that opportunity for the devotees coming generation, decade by decade, generation by generation, that they will also come to hear from Guru Maharaj and Gurudev. They will come to hear as closely as possible and capture their mood and sweetness. And as I'm always surprised, how can somebody not read Gurudev and Guru Maharaj's books and understand that their message is one of love, sweetness, harmonious dealings? I mean, this is the life that we were living with them. It's the life we are living now in service to them and in remembrance of them. So this unity, that there can be many varieties of personality, many varieties of the next generation and generations of Guru. But with all the different varieties, the one theme must be that they are presenting Guru Maharaj and Gurudev. And ISKCON, the leaders, they came to Guru Maharaj for guidance. They came to hear his wise counsel. And in due course of time, they made many changes in their society to take the focus away from the next generations after Srila Prabhupada. Because so many are saying, oh, this Maharaj, he is the one that's going to be, he's now that person who is ISKCON, and another group saying this one is this, he is the guru who is ISKCON like this. But ISKCON maybe had to do a little painfully, but then they came to understand that we have to make clear what is ISKCON. It's Srila Prabhupada's mission. So we also need to be clear what is Chaitanya SCSMath. It's the mission of Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev. We have two. We have Guru Maharaj and Gurudev who've brought us this divine mission of Sri Chaitanya SCSMath. And so not only now, but in 500 years' time, then if somebody will come to Chaitanya SCSMath temple, they will see the deities on the altar, and they will see, first they will understand here by the pictures, the parampara, however it is there, but they will see that here is the temple of who is the temple of this? Srila Sri Maharaj and Srila Govinda Maharaj. And then, by extension, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who has given us Krishna consciousness, not only for the West, but the whole world. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur cleaned up the Sampradaya. And Srila Guru Maharaj, he was a carrier of that current. Srila Prabhupada considered Guru Maharaj his guru. Govinda Maharaj, of course, considered Guru Maharaj as his guru. And those three between them, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj, and Srila Govinda Maharaj, they have introduced Krishna consciousness to the world, protected it, developed it, and showed us the practical application of Krishna consciousness. So, may our altars, may our lives be Guru Maharaj and Gurudev centered forever, and let us not lose sight of that. And I know we can't live in the past, we can't bring those days, now to here, but we should not forget those days. And not only that, those of us who've had that living, beautiful experience with Guru Maharaj and Gurudev for so many years, we happily want to share that with others and say, this is the sweetness of Chaitanya SCSMath. So various questions come, I suppose, automatically, but we get letters, and sometimes from people we've never met and actually never even heard of before in some cases. But devotees ask various questions. But practically every answer comes to read the books, understand the nature of Guru Maharaj and Gurudev, try to follow their practices, have harmony in your dealings with others. Don't criticize anybody, especially Vaishnavas. Don't hear criticism of anyone, especially Vaishnavas. See the inspired side, see the devotional side everywhere. And this way, actually, we are still doing relief work. We get approached, not just today or last year, we're being approached continually by devotees who they need some answers. They also need to understand, what did Guru Maharaj say? What did Guru Maharaj do? How did he handle this? And so, as far as we can, we must share that too. And one aspect of this is to separate the inspired side of a devotee from the material side of the devotee. Because it is clear we are in the ocean of fault, and we are now in the generation where we can't say we have Paramahamsas with us. Gurudev made it very clear that this generation is not quite the Paramahamsa generation, which is descended from above. We've just had that very strong representation to set everything right, and now they're watching to see how we get on. So there's inevitably some faults, and maybe behavioral and nature-wise some difficulties to harmonize with some of the behavior of those who are leading. But we must see the inspired side of the Guru and overlook any mundane side. Similarly with the Vaishnavas. So relief work continues, but the whole solution comes to seeing that what is our very basis and foundation? It is Guru Maharaj and Gurudev. And they, incidentally, are the grandparents or great-grandparents for most of the devotees. And Srila Gurudev, he said about the grandfather, he said about Guru Maharaj, when he's connecting devotees, he would tell the devotees, and you have a great grandfather, he will look after you, he is more merciful than the father. And so this way, they are watching. So let us try to behave the way that they would want us to behave. And we need to be as one family, one team. And just as we mentioned, ISKCON is not now ISKCON is identified by such and such Maharaj. No, ISKCON is identified. It's Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON. It's his books, his teachings. So we have Srila Prabhupada. He's brought us. But our specific family of Chaitanya Saraswati Math is Guru Maharaj and Gurudev. So, as I mentioned, we were with Gurudev for a long time. We saw him dealing with the devotees with affection, harmonizing the devotees. We have some idea what he wants and what he doesn't want, what will make him unhappy. He will be happy, please, dear devotees, that we can all try to maintain whatever centers have sprung up over the years. Maintain the centers, but in a loving, friendly mood. And not on a superficial level, but with what? With the great treasure of Guru Maharaj. This is Gurudev's wish. Guru Maharaj will be at the center. And this will harmonize everything too. Harmonize the differences between brothers and cousins and nephews and aunts and uncles and everybody else too. So, New Year's 2022, this kind of idea we are passing along to you. And specifically about India, we are asked questions about India. Well, let us give our respect to whatever is happening in India from a distance. I think it's quite clear that it is not the place, first of all, for most people, they can't even travel to India for the time being. But India, it is a place where there is so much competition going on for running the temples, for management, for the properties, for the finances, for the sitting in a big chair. But Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj himself, he said, anybody can make a chair for themselves, like a Vyasasan for themselves, and promote themselves. But that's not the line, that's not the method of Srila Guru Maharaj and Gurudev. We must try to see where is the current, where is the purity of the representation that's coming from above. And if we find it in the various personalities there, that's fine. But it's clear that there's lots of unusual things taking place in India. And there may be those who resonate with the different groups or participants who are representing, as it were, Gurudev. But we must take that as an individual inspiration. And not only India, but the whole of the world. We must follow our heart and follow cleanly and nicely what we understand from Guru Maharaj and Gurudev. And it is a spiritual luxury that we have so many books, recordings, etc., where we can capture something. Surely we can capture their sweetness and kind dealings, understanding when any dispute also. And Gurudev trying to understand why this side is thinking that, why this side is thinking this, and then make harmony. So with affectionate dealings with each other and respect from a distance. We are not the judges. We are not able to give judgment. We've seen ourselves. We may try to do many things, but the result is in the hand of Krishna. And incidentally, with all these reverses, Srila Gurudev himself, he acknowledged that others may take over Chaitanya Saraswati Math, and he himself would be able to adjust to this, and already did when asked, Gurudev, if the other party, as it were, does take over Chaitanya Saraswati Math, what do we do? Do we still go to the temple? And Gurudev immediately saying, yes, you will still go to the temple. But we'll go to the temple in the mood of pilgrimage. It's a place where Guru Maharaj and Gurudev have given these high things. And it's not that we're necessarily going to go there to hear from who's managing the temple at this time. And somebody will manage, they are managing. And we go on pilgrimage to many places. We go on pilgrimage to places of Mahaprabhu's pastimes, Krishna's pastimes. They're managed by various devotees. We don't know their Siddhanta and thought and history, etc. But we are going, we're giving respect for what they are doing, but we are going under the shelter of those who we have some loving, affectionate guardianship, friendship with in this way, that they are our guardians, our friends, like this. And giving respect, but from a distance, not to mix intimately if we have any hesitation. We will mix it intimately with those who we've got some confidence and friendship with. Anyhow, this was meant to be a New Year's message, because we're sharing messages and devotees are asking various things. And I can just simply say that, my life has been introducing the devotees to the great devotees, the newcomers to the great devotees, to their safe shelter. And still we are doing that. We are introducing you and saying, here is Guru Maharaj and Gurudev. Now, how you will find your guru if you don't have a guru yet? Then there is a very beautiful article of how to find your guru. And perhaps that's the title. We can also post it here, by Srila Guru Maharaj, where Srila Guru Maharaj is answering about, yes, how to find your guru. Good question. And those who have guru, not to think that nobody else's guru is of any value, and not to join into the party spirit and of things. Rather, we must be fully accommodating and accept the plurality of gurus. And please read Sri Guru and His Grace. Surely we're allowed to say such a thing. Sri Guru and His Grace, it is so wonderful. I read it again recently also, for quite a different reason, but I read it again recently. I was doing some proofreading, and always it is our very clear guidance about proceeding as disciples and proceeding and giving encouragement to all who are gurus, all who are disciples, all the family of the devotees. So with Guru Maharaj's lotus feet and Gurudev's lotus feet on our one head, okay, but on our collective heads, let us go forward, and let us, as I did stress before, please don't get involved in criticism and this, that, and the other. Let's see what good is everywhere and take that good and continue happily. Gurudev, Govinda Maharaj, he will be very displeased when there is criticism and all these rough dealings, any rough dealings. Sweetness, appreciation, all of this instead should be the modus operandi. And for most of the world, you already know all these things, but we are here for relief work. And so some devotees are finding themselves in very awkward positions. But this way we can harmonize things nicely by remembering that the solution is in the lotus feet of Guru Maharaj and Gurudev. I know other points have come up, and this is basically meant to be a good wishes for 2022 short video, but also just to reestablish what is Chaitanya SCSMath. And it is the beautiful family of Guru Maharaj and Gurudev, where we all have a place. Let us follow humility, giving honor, humility, tolerance, giving honor, and not wanting honor for ourselves. So much stressed by Mahaprabhu, Rupa Goswami, Guru Maharaj, Gurudev, Srila Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Gurudev in particular. Humility, they call it hot. Why hot? Humility, honor, and tolerance. Anyway, they called the first world tour, the devotees came back and they said, this is the hot tour, the humility, honor, and tolerance tour. But honor begins with H. Anyhow, Gurudev, that was almost like his signature mark, that please be humble, be tolerant, give honor to others, and don't want honor for oneself. Chant Hare Krishna, don't see any faults in others, and please continue as a family happily with Guru Maharaj and Gurudev at the center, and be broad, that we can run along with the disciples, with the gurus, with all of the different variety of our family. A few words from me. Please don't take my offense. We are here still doing relief work. I'm still here to introduce you to our masters, and we hope that your spiritual life will be safe and quick to return home. And may we all, by the grace of Guru Maharaj and Gurudev, meet at home very soon. Thank you very much for your time. My repeated obeisances, Vanchakalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. And of course, big jais to our wonderful Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda, Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai, to our grand Guru Maharaj, our spiritual master, Om Vishnupad, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakok Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai, and of course to Srila Prabhupada, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who's opened the whole world to the message of Mahaprabhu. And he's received that through Srila Guru Maharaj from Srila Saraswati Thakur. So Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Bhagavan Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai, Sri Rupa Nuga Guru Vaga Ki Jai, Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Acharya Brinda Ki Jai, Sri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, and Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.